Okay, so let's get straight to my tips. So one of the ways that I keep stress at bay is, number one, by taking care of my health. So that includes exercising, eating well, sleeping when I need to, taking a break when I need to. Now, I personally can really feel when I need to take a break and just stop everything. And I've recently went through this where I just felt like I couldn't move anymore. So I just laid down, had a rest, didn't do anything, put my phone away, and just really did that because I could feel myself getting quite stressed, and I knew that that was time that I actually needed to stop. And also doing things that I enjoy, like going out, having a meal, spending time with my husband, having fun, having a laugh. All those things are really, really important. My second thing that I do, and that you can do too, is don't take too much on. So sometimes, you know, as we've heard today, you do need to say no, or in some cases, not even necessarily a no that you say to a person. You could say, well, not now, or I'll get back to you. So you can actually see how you can fit that in, you know, if you can really fit it in. Gives you just some time to think about things rather than just saying yes to everything. Now, I made this mistake just this week, actually, when I took on I thought I could manage 2 interviews in one day. And I thought it was okay because I had one booked in the morning, early morning, and one later on in the afternoon. But then I had 2 unexpected meetings in between. So it was a very tiring day. And I was there wishing, well, I probably shouldn't have booked 2 interviews in one day. People ask me, I don't like to say no to people. Where I can tell my story, I like to do that because I know it helps people. But that also can't be at the expense of my own mental health and well-being. I have to kind of be careful of that as well. So next time I would probably just maybe do the 1 interview in a day, and just in case anything unexpected comes up, then at least I've got the rest of the day for those things, plus my work that I had to do as well. The third thing is, I deal with issues as they come normally. So this could be issues at work, this could be issues with people, and with problems in general. I personally don't like to let things drag on, even though sometimes we do have to have uncomfortable conversations, things that we don't look forward to, or there's certain problems that you kind of just want to sweep under the carpet and not deal with right now because you don't feel up to it, or you don't feel like you're strong enough. But the sooner that you deal with things that come up, the better, because then your mind is free. If not, you're going to be thinking about those situations. You're going to be thinking about that situation with that person. And even though you try to concentrate and think of something else, it's going to keep coming back to you and stress you out. So something that I do regularly is deal with things as soon as they come. Obviously, you think about things, you process the best way to sort things out, and then you just deal with it. The fourth thing is to let things go. So you know what, there are some things that, again, you just don't have control over, especially when it's other people. We can't control other people. We can't control everything that we want. Sometimes we want things to kind of go a certain way and we get disappointed, but there are certain things that you've just got to say, you know what, it doesn't matter. And maybe it could even be an argument with someone, a disagreement with someone, and it seems like you're never actually agreeing, you're never sorting things out. And sometimes there are actually times when you're never going to reach an agreement. Depending on who it is and what you're talking about, you will see things differently to that person, and that's just some things that you have to accept and get on with it. And other things, for example, that you have to let go of. Things like, people sometimes get so stressed about the weather and moving and all sorts of things, but there's some things you can't actually do anything about. If there's something major going on in your life, just take it step by step, but don't, if you stress about it and you overthink things, it's going to make you feel a lot worse. So just do what you can, and don't, which goes on to my next point, don't pressure yourself too much, which is number 5. Yeah, don't pressure yourself too much. Now, again, I used to be quite a perfectionist, and in some ways and in some areas I still am, especially if it's something to do with that affects other people. So if I know, for example, that like in the case of certain emails that come through, I like to answer things as soon as possible, and if someone is asking for my help, I do like to get things done straight away in that respect. However, I noticed that sometimes it's just not possible to answer everyone at the time that they want, or get back to people at the time that they want, depending on what's going on in my life. So this is something that I actually learned recently, that even though, yes, I want to help people and I want to answer certain emails straight away, sometimes I just can't. Sometimes there's other priorities, sometimes there's things that I need to sort out, or maybe I need to take a break for my own well-being, but also so I can actually do my best for that person that I'm trying to help as well. So that's a balance that I'm actually, finding out now. And the next point is to keep things tidy. Now, this is a big one for me because I really can't concentrate if things are messy, whether that's in the office or my house. I like to keep things very organized. I've had a massive decluttering. I thought I didn't have that much stuff to get rid of, but I thought, I'm going to be really strict with myself and really get rid of stuff that I don't need. I've organized things really well. The latest thing that I'm working on is stuff on my laptop because my desktop was full, and my husband Michael was just saying to me, isn't it about time you started tidying up your desktop? I've done that. It took a few hours, but I've done everything. Everything's in folders. Already my mind feels more organized. I know where everything is. I'm still working on it, by the way. I haven't quite finished my laptop yet. But it's just been a lot easier and less stressful because I can find things quickly. The house is tidy. I know exactly where everything is. So if you find that you are stressed when you go into your flat or your house, consider actually taking out some time. Sometimes you might even have to take a couple of days off work to sort everything out. But trust me, it's worth it because it will save you time in the long run and actually keep you very sane. And finally, something that I love to do is to pray. So again, as I said, there are some things that maybe there are times when I feel I can't deal with at the time, or I don't know how to deal with. I need some kind of direction. I need something. I need answers, and that's where I do like to pray because my faith is important to me, and it actually keeps me strong in many difficult situations. So that's what I like to do, and it really does help me because there are certain things that we can't do anything about, but a higher power can.